Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, we're doing another movie episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's an old man with me tonight?
Hey everybody, it's Kenneth Sanity, and we don't shiv the bat. No, sir.
I'm Joe Butler, and as a cop, I know better than to mess with the Batman.
And we are here to talk about slice and dice, chicken legs. So, we're here to talk about Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, the movie that came out in two parts, 2012 and 2013 originally, and then together in 2013 later.
There's someone who writes like future lingo, because it's really weird that this and Cyberpunk have really good future lingo.
And the nice thing about the future lingo from this is that it is taken directly from the comic book.
Oh, did not remember that.
Yeah, like those two idiots talk the same way in the comic book. And like, I want a glossary so that I can learn to talk like that and like do it correctly.
You got to get your eddies into some new Chrome, Choom.
Clearly.
Fucking need to play. I need to finish that game.
What game?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, I should play that someday.
It's always on sale.
But it's long.
It is long as fuck.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if I own it, to be honest, but I play enough long games.
Mm.
I'm playing a long game as we speak right now. So I always like to start these with our memories. So I saw this movie, both of them probably 2015, 2016, when I was living in my shitty little apartment by myself before I met Tiff, and I didn't know what to do with myself, so I was just watching movies. And I was introduced to the wonderful world of pirating. So this is one of those movies that I had downloaded at the time, both of them, and watched. And that was my first experience with these, because I had no money. Ken, what about you?
This is a first. Same. I also may or may not have illegally downloaded this once upon a time, but I have since paid for it in the one full edition.
Same.
But, I was surprised by it.
And Joe.
We'll get to that.
Oh. Joe, have you ever seen this before?
I'll go ahead and tell y'all now. I guess we have 3 nickels, because I also pirated this.
Oh.
And I guess we all have that. Funny enough, 2015, 2016, I think is right. We all had that moment where we were just pirating shit, because I remember pirating this, very specifically Kill la Kill and a bunch of other anime and movies. And the reason I remember that is because it was like 2-3 years into me and my husband's like relationship, dating, whatever. And he was able to put up with me watching like cartoon movies. Now he won't do shit for me, but
that's how relationships work.
Yeah. No offense. I love him pieces, but like back then I was able to get him to watch. And give an example, he watched this, and I remember him liking it a lot too. But I asked him if he wanted to watch it with me, and he's like, no. And I'm like, okay, that's fair. Yeah, I pirated this along with other stuff, and I remember having a good time with it. Had a lot better time now that I'm a full adult and not a small child.
It holds up in ways that are uncomfortable.
Yeah, it does.
It holds up because back then I was getting back into Batman media, and now that I'm exactly 10 years later into more Batman media, it's funny seeing how much things are inspired and or rip this off. Because I can think of a handful of stuff that I can think of that goes into other Batman media.
Yeah, watching this movie for the first time in that many years, and I'm like, oh my god, like too many movies have copied stuff from this movie.
Movies, TV shows. Give an example, like, because we'll get there at some point. The commissioner that replaces Gordon is this. No, isn't it? No, I actually can be messed up. Isn't Barbara also the commissioner in Batman Beyond?
In Batman Beyond.
Barbara, that is not Barbara.
Okay, no. They look the same, but no. I was thinking Barbara, but it's the Batman. The WB reboot that we had in like 2000. That's the same commissioner they use when they go to the future.
Oh.
Yeah, and they also use a big, fat, buff Frank Miller Batman in the Batman 2.
Interesting. I've never actually watched that.
It's a good Batman, like, reboot.
I never have either. It's not my Batman, so I can't do it, unfortunately.
I can do it, I just haven't.
It's very 2000s. The Joker design's probably top 3 Joker designs I've seen. And I love how they modernize it because it is 2000. The bat signal is his cell phone.
Ugh. All right, I'll still watch it, even though I'm going to be groaning the entire time.
It works because all it is him like it just works like a cell phone. It's like, or even if worse, a pager. because always is him like hanging out with people, and he hears his phone ding off, and he looks at it, and people just assume, oh, he's looking at his phone, but it's Alfred paging him.
Okay.
Fine. Fine.
So for those that don't know, this movie is an adaptation of 4 freaking issues of a comic book that they somehow turned into a very 2.5-hour movie.
Who makes this comic, Ken?
This is everybody's friend, Frank Miller.
He can still make good stuff.
Yeah, this was back in the early 80s. Like I think the graphic novel, the comic started coming out in 86, if memory serves correctly. And Watchmen was the year before, in 85.
That explains a lot.
So
yes, it does.
It's really not hard to see similar themes between these two. Both of them use superheroes as a way of indicating a type of fascism.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it's Supes, Superman, who does show up, and Watchmen, it's, fucking everybody. But this one does go, it's almost a little pro-fascism, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
But,
not wrong.
This is the movie where Batman is 100% a boomer.
Yeah.
And to kind of get ahead of everything, when you mentioned this is only 4 issues of a comic, and you were like, and they stretched it out into a movie, this is the perfect amount, because this was a damn good adaptation of the comic.
It is, though. It really is.
Like, I read the comic for this episode, causing much concern in the group chat before this episode.
I knew that you weren't confused.
I would know. Usually my concern is whenever we watch something, Ken goes, I'm going to go read the comic. I'm like, uh-oh, Ken's going to remember the comics better than the movie.
Oh, no. And even if that was the case, like, this is so close to the comic, it's not really a problem. Like, they did a good job adapting this. And, mark that one on the calendar. This is the one time that I will say they did a good job of adapting a comic book story. Good job, DC Universe animated original movies. You can have one.
I heard Long Halloween's pretty good. What about you?
Fuck off.
This is a very good adaptation. I haven't read the book in a long time, but I remember reading it and liking it and liking this movie even more. So it's just been a while.
I haven't seen this since I watched it, and I think I had a much better time now than I did back then. Because holy shit, is this movie good.
Yeah, but also this movie is way more relevant to our current time, so that doesn't help things either.
It's kind of a bummer, but...
Also, this does 2 things that every 80s comics does. One is this is the edgy version of a hero everyone loves. The 80s, when Superman's suit...
Baby!
Yeah, when Superman's suit got black and he had a mullet for like a couple years.
Love it.
Also, just like every 80s comic, this gets ruined by a sequel. Right, Ken?
We don't talk about the sequel.
This has 2 sequels that I've never read either.
Talk about The Dark Knight Strikes Again. We just don't.
I haven't read it. I've always heard that it's fucking bad.
That's
what I've heard too.
It's bad. I'll tell you how bad it is. If you ever decide to cover it, I will not be on that episode.
That tells you
I don't
it's
have
bad.
a damn good nice thing to say about it.
The only thing I know from that is like they make Carrie into like a weird like Catwoman, and I'm like, that's weird.
It's so much worse than that, though.
I know it is.
Okay.
It's bad.
There are things in this movie that I really appreciate, especially since we cover so much Batman on this podcast, and you guys have really made me into a Batman fan over the years that we've been doing this. Like, there's one part where, because you see Bruce Wayne is an old man. He's in his 60s probably or something now.
I think
they really don't say.
55.
Man, he looks so much older.
He doesn't have spite to keep him young anymore. I'm not kidding.
No, spite will keep you alive. I have real life stories of people I know that I'm pretty sure stayed alive out of spite for a lot longer than they should have. So, yeah.
Hi.
So, yeah. Anger can keep a man alive.
Damn right. It's the secret to staying young.
I mean, Bruce Wayne doesn't look young. I thought he was in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah, well, he doesn't got it anymore, though. He gave it up. He's like, oh, I can't be Batman. I'm sad. I'm going to go kill myself racing cars.
Yeah, this very much shows that this is after the death of Jason Todd, and I guess Batman just gives up being Batman.
Yeah. talk about that. Let's talk about that being after the death of Jason Todd.
I mean,
think it's funny.
it's got to be years after, though, still.
This came out 2 years before Jason Todd got killed off.
Oh, what the fuck? That's funny.
Yeah. So, like, that's just fucking great. Even back then, people hated him.
Why did everybody hate Jason Todd so much?
Because he replaced the first Robin, and also he was kind of an asshole.
He was not even kind of, just a lot of.
Yeah, a lot to handle.
So was Damian Wayne. He's still around.
Fuck.
Nobody hates him. Besides Ken, nobody hates him that much.
Well, see, Mike, in Batman lore, the most every time a Robin's hated, he dies because both Jason and Damian have died, but they're back now. It's fine.
Well, Damian's a special case because Damian's Bruce's kid. So you can't kill off Damian Wayne forever because then he just becomes Ultra Batman. And that's when he goes full fascist and starts using guns.
I mean, he does use guns in this, sort of.
Yeah, he does. But he's in a long time to think about it.
One thing I did notice though, you can kind of tell this is based off comics. Even though this movie's like 2.5 hours, it's split up into 4 very specific arcs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think it's better for it.
I agree. The way they did it is really good. And you don't have an overload of characters either, which I think is a good thing. Like, they could have just been like, oh, look at this character, look at this character, look at this character. And they don't do that. They just give you a few to look at. I think it's better. The movie is better because of that.
Yeah, all right.
Because, like, you really just have Batman that you see, you have Catwoman, not even a villain, but you see her for one brief scene, you have Two-Face, Joker, and Superman. That's it from the old days.
And Two-Face is, well, not, it's not him.
One-Face now.
One face.
I like, though, that it goes into kind of the idea, which I've always kind of loved about when people do it right. I'm gonna talk a lot about doing stuff right in this, by the way, but
no, please do.
Yeah, the idea that, I mean, technically all of Batman's villains are mentally ill, so it explains that, they would heal his face, and then he just freaks out about it.
Yeah, because it's not healed in his head.
Yeah.
So it's just, it triggers a lot of cognitive dissonance. It's basically like an existential crisis because, like, I look like this, but I still feel like this. That must mean I'm a bigger monster than I thought. And it's not a good time for old Harv. So much so that he decides to pull a 9/11 on the 2 towers of Gotham. So we're going to call that unfortunate.
I mean, it was written in the I'm surprised. I didn't even notice it was 2 towers in the movie.
Yeah.
We are never not going to call that ever.
Like, I'm just saying, it's kind of weird that was his whole plan, was to blow up 2 towers.
Yeah, because he's Two-Face.
Yeah. Kind of weird that Gotham just has those lying around, but hey, whatever.
Kind of weird that they kept that in 2012.
Well, you know how it is.
I mean,
look,
Gotham is in New York. Gotham is technically New Jersey, I want to say.
Oh, I keep thinking it's Detroit. We thought it was Detroit.
No, I was
it's
watching
an island.
something.
It's Manhattan.
Oh.
It is Manhattan.
Okay.
Ish. Like, it's Manhattan. It's Chicago. It's Detroit. It's like, it's nowhere and everywhere at the same time. Same with Metropolis.
They're just their weird little cities.
Yeah.
Also, we get little clips of, I guess, technically teasing later on in the movie. We get really weird clips of a very comatose Joker.
Oh, very comatose.
I like what they do with him throughout this a lot.
Yeah, we should talk about this cast real quick because I think the cast is the best thing this movie has going for it. So, completely bucking the trend, as Batman, you have Peter Weller. You have the goddamn greatest fascist of all, RoboCop, playing Batman. That's dope. That is just fucking great. I love it.
And they do love throwing the word fascist around in this movie.
Well, it's not hard, like something pot kettle.
Yeah.
Like, you got Ariel Winter, who is from a show? Modern Family. That's right. She's from Modern Family, but she's playing, what's her bucket? Carrie.
Oh, okay.
The Robin in this one.
Yeah, she's okay.
I think she does great with what she's got.
I don't blame her. I don't like the character, but that's not on her.
Nah.
I like
the Joker. Fantastic. You did it. You made me like him because it's Michael Emerson, my guy. Ben Linus from Lost. And he's also, if I don't talk about how he's also an evil, Phoebe's going to punch me. Michael Emerson's also Leland Townsend from the show Evil. Great show. He's just creepy as hell. He's also in the Fallout series. He plays Wilsig. So like he's been around. He's done a lot of stuff. And he was a very interesting choice for the Joker.
He does a good job. They all the voices I thought were good, and they fit like an older character, an older character, which is what they were going for.
Yeah, which, it was fun, I thought.
I didn't mind it.
I need to watch Evil.
I don't even know what it is other than Phoebe talking about it before.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I don't watch a lot. That isn't for this podcast.
But like you got some fun stuff. You got Bruce Timm playing Thomas Wayne.
Oh,
the Bruce Timm.
I did not realize that was him. Oh, hey, but got us. Okay, yeah, keep going. I did not realize that was him.
I was just saying, you got people. You got people. Tara Strong's in here playing not Harley Quinn, actually playing young Bruce Wayne, amongst others.
Oh, they didn't put Harley Quinn in here. But no, Harley Quinn wasn't invented yet. Never mind.
No, yeah, there's no reason. Which, don't get me wrong, hasn't stopped Warner Brothers before from just putting shit in a movie and saying it's based on the comic.
No, it has not. And it won't be the last time, I'm sure.
Wait. I just realized something. Did the fucking Dark Knight Batman Begins also steal Bruce falling down a fucking hole and seeing a fucking bat?
Yes.
God damn it.
Can Batman Media steal from other Batman Media?
Yes.
Like it's all owned by the same company?
Yes.
Country.
They're working on that. We're
us.
seeing the first company become a country at the rate we're going here. It's going to bankrupt itself, but we're looking on seeing the first company become a country.
I hate it.
I hope we get ripped in half by Canada and Mexico. That'd be the funniest fucking thing ever.
I'll join Canada. I'm not that far away from it.
Please.
I'll probably also be in Canada. Also, Alfred's still alive. He's probably like 80.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah, Alfred is on death's door throughout this entire movie.
Alfred refuses to die because of Bruce. It's also spite. It's spite to make sure his ass lives.
Yeah, until he did. Yeah.
I mean, he does die at the end of this movie, doesn't he?
Yep.
He
gets
dies
hit by a stroke.
He dies from heartbreak.
Strokes are awful, by the way. They will.
We're not
you up.
fucking. No, he doesn't die from fucking heartbreak. Get out of here. Get out of here with that fucking Star Wars Episode 3 bullshit.
Oh, God.
No.
Worse.
That's not fair. I used that on Real Facts. Funny enough, still from Star Wars. When Carrie Fisher died, her mom died from heartbreak. Her mom died 2 days later.
Yeah.
But that when a parent loses a kid, that does things to people.
Especially when you're already old. That's what I mean. Because technically, Alfred didn't think Bruce was going to come back from this, and so the stress made him stroke out. He died from heartbreak.
It's not a medical diagnosis. He died from a fucking stroke.
There's only one time there's ever been a medical diagnosis, and that's in a very dumb scene in a decent movie.
I believe.
Look what you did to us. Getting us arguing about something nothing to do with anything that we're talking about today. But no, I was just as I was watching this movie, I kept thinking about how many different scenes of this movie are in other Batman products. Right from this movie.
Yeah, when Batman goes to the doctor and the doctor says he doesn't have any cartilage in his knee and stuff and his shoulders, that's also in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why he wears a weird bat suit in that movie where the joints move.
I only seen it once, and I'm trying to forget that. So I did forget it. I didn't like it. I was so upset. I don't remember it.
It's coming this year, folks.
It is. The year of Batman for us.
I'm excited.
You're a Batman.
You're
Batman. I'm trying every month to have a Batman episode. Or two, depending. But yeah. Where was I going with this? Okay, so I also think the stuff with the mutants, I think, is also a nice touch. Yeah. I mean, they really do make me think of Cyclops, which I'm assuming is the purpose. I'll have visors.
Those are pretty sweet glasses, I'm not going to lie.
Those are sweet glasses.
They are.
But this is also supposed to take place in, the fake future, because isn't this, 2005, probably?
Probably something. I mean, but then how is fake Reagan still alive in an office?
They re-elected him back in office. Did Reagan get impeached, or did he just leave office?
No, he served his 8 years and left.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank God.
That's also probably the joke, is that we're America's so fucked. We we let a celebrity have a third term. Who the fuck would do that, right? That's fucking weird.
Okay, so this is in a different version of 1986. It's a dystopian version of 1986.
Okay. You know what? That makes sense because basically this is Batman from the 60s.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
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 because he does have like the gray and blue.
Didn't even think about that. Okay. More of his original costume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's where we're at there.
I'm fine with that. I mean, except this Reagan in here looks like he's a zombie. This fake Reagan.
So did the real Reagan.
Fair enough.
If I can get on my soapbox for a bit, let us not forget that Ronald Reagan is in fact the devil. Ronald Wilson Reagan, 6 letters in each of his names. He's the devil. His trickle-down economics bullshit still is hurting us to this day.
That is true.
The devil.
What do you mean still hurting? They're reigniting it.
Yeah.
They're not reigniting it. They're doing something much worse right now, but that's a whole nother story.
It's all his fault. Everything can be traced to Reagan. He's the devil. And somehow the devil is still fucking alive. Whatever. So yeah, right. They never say it's Reagan, but it's fucking Reagan.
I mean, he talks like Reagan. He looks like Reagan.
That's like whenever Hillary Clinton was like running for president, and all the movies that came out during those 4 years, whenever like Obama was out of office, we had a bunch of like movies where the president's a woman, and we missed that one by a mile, but whatever.
Yes, we did.
And now in all movies, our president's an idiot.
Well,
anyways.
There's a lot of interesting things in this movie, too. Like, one, the animation still holds up, I thought, very good.
Yeah, the animation is good. And more importantly, it looks like the comic. Like, not exactly.
It does.
Not exactly, but it looks pretty damn close to the comic.
He captured the theme of the comic.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a bad Batman animation, like, ever.
We got some bad Batman movies, that's for sure. But
we got bad Batman movies. But I've seen bad Superman animations, which I'm gonna dog on Superman way later, by the way, but we have bad Superman animations. I have not seen a bad Batman animation, like, ever.
Have you ever watched Long Halloween?
I haven't, so that's fair.
He will find a way.
We're going to cover that.
I might just bite that bullet beforehand.
I'm going to fucking dunk on that damn movie like I was Jordan in its prime. Fuck that movie.
I want to see it, so I don't mind. I want to cover a Batman movie on this podcast, so I'm working on it.
I could wake up tomorrow and it'll be taken off Max, so I should watch it, like, at some point, like in the next month or two.
Don't trust Max. I just buy stuff on Prime now when it goes on sale. Max is a fucking joke.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have had to buy this on Prime because I should be able to watch it with my Max subscription.
I think someone cussed him out because he got rid of the original Looney Tunes, and they got mad because they're like, dude, you don't even lose money if you get rid of that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
They lose a little, but not much in the grand scheme of things.
And he kind of felt bad, so he put it back on. But
I don't think he felt bad. I think it was.
I don't
think there's any feel bad when you come to being a CEO, unless you're losing money. Then all of a sudden you feel really bad.
Yeah.
So hey, somebody might say empathy is for the weak, and then a month later go, how can you not feel sorry for me? So hey, you just never know people. But that's being political is fine for this. I do like this dystopian world. I think they do a good job of showing you how fucked up this place is, because Gotham is not a nice place.
And more importantly, you see why Batman was needed.
Yeah. Batman is needed in Gotham. In this world, he's needed.
To be fair, we are going to get political because this also gets political, because it does one thing there's one thing that they do in this movie that I actually enjoy, because we talk about Batman, being back in the public. Give an example, the guy that Batman beats up is in the police station, and he's like, hey, he's not guilty because some random guy beat him up, and he's like, yeah, you're right, so get out. I don't really care. And the guy's like, but wait, what about protection from the Batman? Batman's not real. Get out. And I like seeing like stuff like that, or even like the news segments every couple of minutes are also really good too.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Especially the people arguing on TV, because I guarantee you, if some dude was running around in a rubber bat suit, Fox News would be talking about it like every hour.
Oh yeah, you'd have your point and counterpoint all over that shit.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Did you notice the woman that stands with Batman's Lana Lane?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was a nice touch.
It's a cool touch. There's a lot of cool touches in this.
Yeah, it still holds up. Like, I was surprised, and this also works really good as one movie too. Like, I thought that maybe they wouldn't be as good as all together, but it feels like one movie. It doesn't feel like two parts, even though that's how it was made and released originally.
It never should have been released as two parts, because each part was like an hour and change.
But then how else are you going to sell the first one for $20 and the second one for $20?
Exactly.
And then the complete version for $30.
Yeah. Thankfully, I paid less. I think I paid $5.
I paid $4 for my digital copy. But so yeah, but it still fit. Like, I mean, because like the first half of this is in the first quarter you have Two-Face, then you have a bunch of the stuff with the mutants, which is also sprinkled in the first quarter too of this movie. So I mean, it works in that aspect. Like the Two-Face thing is it's quicker than I thought it would be, but it also still fits. Like, it's a nice touch to give him a villain, especially in a villain that someone he was close to be the first problem that he's having.
Yeah. And the way you talk about it being divided up into quarters, obviously because of 4 issues, but it is wild that you have like 2 huge villains, 1 current big problem, and then the last one is the biggest problem. Like the way it's packed. This movie is packed with stuff, but it never feels bloated.
No, I watched this 1.5 times, so I didn't finish it again, but like, it feels fine.
Which is a testament to the story. Like, all right, I'll be the first one to say it. Frank Miller, he's a little problematic, but I'll be goddamned. He can write some fucking some Batman, some Daredevil. And I know you don't like Sin City, but he wrote the shit out of Sin City.
One day I'll watch Sin City.
Yeah, don't do that.
I do that.
You don't need to. That movie's
you
awful.
do. You need to.
So one thing I also noticed about this movie, which I think people try to do too much, Batman has to what like I like to refer to as oopsie poopsies in this movie. And they're referred to as oopsie poopsies. Yeah, they're oopsie poopsies because he's 50 and he's old, so he doesn't move as good as he used to. So whenever he throws a batarang and it goes through the guy's hand, that's just an oopsie poopsie. He's old. He can't control how hard he throws. It's been a while, 10, 20 years. Oopsie poopsie.
I mean, oopsie poopsie, that man no longer has a working hand. I mean, there's a difference.
He throws
He's young, it'll heal.
He throws a guy into like an electrical socket, and
that fucker's dead. That fucker is dead. And he just looks, and you just hear him go, getting fried. I'm like, you just killed the man. I mean, that man is not alive anymore.
Oopsie poopsie. I'm old. I'm sorry.
Well, but this is a Batman who sees that drastic measures need to be taken. Drastic measures.
It's back to year 1 Batman.
I think it's more of just an evolution of everything that he's had to deal with up until, this book came out in 1986. Like, this is a culmination of all of it.
No, it really is. And they made it work.
And I feel like this is, everybody gives Ben Affleck Batman shit for, obviously murdering people. I think that's who this Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman was patterned after. I think it was this Batman.
It is. And the problem with that also is the fact that, like, when it comes to those movies, our first Batman movie we get in the new generation is a fucking, this late. Like, it is, that's whole that's why it sucks. That's why people have a problem with it.
I was so excited for Batfleck, but I'm also glad that we had it for the moments that we did, because goddamn, that was good looking Batman, nice buff Batman.
Like, that Batman even had the big bat symbol on his chest, like the same one that this Batman has.
Well, Zack Snyder had even said that, like, one of his favorites as a kid. Surprise, surprise. And that was a big part of it.
This is a favorite story of a lot of people.
Yeah, but if you're going to make a movie, maybe you shouldn't, your first movie shouldn't be based on this story, in a sense, or try to, like, work in the story.
Yeah, I mean, you're setting a tone. You're setting tone. And it's kind of hard to top this emotionally, energetically. You kind of just got to keep descending into madness when you start here.
Yeah, and you can. But just the way that Batman also, like, interrogates people in this is freaking rough, but it's good.
Well, see, the reasoning why we had that, and I'll get to why it didn't work a little bit later, because like I said, I'm going to complain about that, is because you guys seem to forget probably a year or two before we got Batman versus Superman, we got Civil War, and Civil War, the movie was much better than the comic. So obviously DC, who's barely one Superman movie in, goes, "Oh fuck, we gotta fucking one up their fucking superhero v superhero movie. We gotta do Batman versus Superman." But there's only one instance of that. I don't care. Figure it out, and they figured it out.
They didn't figure anything out. But
I am going to let that slide. Saying that the movie was better than the comic is nuts.
Movie Civil War is better than comic Civil War. Comic Civil War is
You're
stupid.
insane.
I am insane.
We don't get penance. What's the point? Get out of here. Without Speedball, there is no Civil War. Anyway.
Anyways.
But if we're talking like Two-Face, I do like that Two-Face's whole thing was to kill himself, essentially, because he couldn't live with how he looks now. Now he's normal, in quotations, because he just looks like everyone else, like, but he can't get over like who he was. The stuff with psychologist sprinkled in here, I think, is also really good.
So the psychologist is much more interesting in the comic book because old boy's got a Hitler stash in the comic.
Yo.
So like that's a fun little bit that didn't make it into the movie.
Hey, Ken, what's your more favorite version? Whenever Two-Face becomes One-Face or normal face, like in this? Or is it the other one where he's Two-Face, but then he also becomes the judge?
Both those options suck.
I like the judge. I think the judge is funnier because he's like crazy and doesn't realize it.
Yeah, but that can only take you so far.
Yeah.
Gordon is really good in this too, like the whole thing, because he's in the first half of this movie. I like the way he is in this character, where he knows exactly who Batman is and everything. And I like when one part he's like, "Is there any other way to contact him?" He's like, "At least a dozen, but this will get everyone's attention." And he turns on the bat light.
Yeah, like Gordon's having a good old time, and he knows that Bruce is going to do it again, and he's trying. He's like, "No, please don't do this." And it doesn't work, which is fine.
But it also goes back to what we always say about Batman, that Batman is the real Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is the mask.
Yeah.
And this movie really shows it.
Because he can't Bruce Wayne. Like, he's not good at it.
Yeah. Like, you see him in the early part of the movie, he has a beard, and then all of a sudden at one point he shaves, and Alfred's like, "When did you shave?" And he touches, he's like, "Huh." And he has no idea. He does not remember, because Bruce Wayne didn't shave. Batman shaved.
Even worse, whenever you see him tumbling around in that fucking car, he's fucking wearing a helmet that has bat ears.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought, like, you want to make it obvious to people?
Are those bat wings, Wayne? No, I like cats.
I like bats, and I cannot lie.
He does like cats, though, to be fair.
He does. And of course, Selena Kyle's going to be operating an escort business.
That was awesome. That she's running a brothel. That made me smile.
Oh, that's perfect.
I still think it's funny you have his Batman moment of him being like, "I gotta go, Selena," and then they kiss and he jumps out the window, and it's like, he is 50 and he's still doing the same fucking thing.
Yep, that's how pimps do.
But is there any really surprise that Batman is still acting like he always has, though?
No, but it's also not a surprise at the end. Like, I'll tell you, the first time I read the book, like, I read it before I saw the movie, many years before. So, like, I couldn't be like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so surprised" at the ending. I was like, "Yeah, I know, here we go, let's go." But, like, fuck it, we're close enough. So, Batman supposedly dies at the end of this for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Batman never really stays dead.
Well, he did in Titans, or yeah, was it Titans?
I haven't seen Titans.
I never saw
No, Gotham Knights.
Oh,
yeah, he's dead. Yeah,
I thought he was. I don't remember Gotham Knights, and we did it for the show, and I don't remember it.
I was talking about the show.
Oh, I never watched the show, nor do I want to, even though somebody put into the Discord suggestion poll at one point. Joseph.
me?
You did, actually, yes. When you were either probably high, but you did.
Don't use my legal name like that. You scared me.
He just wants me to
Michaelton.
have to suffer through it.
What is it? I actually do want to watch it before it's like erased media because I want to see how stupid it is. Plus, I want to see what's his face as Two-Face.
Don't you dare.
You know you're a little curious too, Ken.
No, I'm not. I saw a picture and I'm good. Like,
Oh,
I love Misha Collins. Love Misha Collins. Hashtag not my Two-Face. I'm sorry.
There's a reason. I'm pretty sure there's a reason why that show only made it 12 episodes and was canceled immediately.
Womp womp. Only the game would have been so lucky.
womp womp indeed.
Hey, I like that game.
We all have bad taste at times. So
What the whole thing of how he fights the mutant guy, like I do like how that guy's a fucking just monster. He kills the mayor in prison, like he's just a fucking monster. And I I think it's very good how they do him.
And I like how Batman tries to out-savage him at first. And he's like, nah, that don't work. Nope. I just got to be smart again.
Yeah.
Also cheat.
Hey, it's not cheating. If you're fighting for your life, nothing is cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they're both in the mud together, so they're both handicapped by the mud. So I wouldn't really say it's cheating as much as it's strategy because you're both in the same situation.
Yeah, Batman just cheated first.
Actually, the other guy cheated first because he has sharpened teeth.
He has sharpened teeth. He has sharpened claws.
He's got nipples.
He's got nipple protectors for some reason.
Why not?
So.
If I could have nipple protectors, I'd always have nipple protectors. But like that was a solid, good fight.
It is. And the whole thing where Batman's like realized he's like, I have to embarrass him. I have to, make it so that nobody wants to follow him anymore because of how terribly I beat him. And he's right. And it works.
Yep. They all stopped following him.
It's a great scene too. It's a really good scene in this movie when they fight in the mud and everybody's just watching. Nobody's getting involved.
And then they joined up with Bruno.
I do want to talk about that in a second, but another thing I want to bring up that we hadn't talked about yet during the Two-Face part, Batman actually uses fear toxin on somebody.
Yeah.
That seems a little like un-Batman.
He's old. He doesn't give a shit anymore.
Also, you have to have some guys being like, I swear he's a big ass bat with teeth and claws.
That's how you get the people paying attention again.
Joe, did you notice how he stopped the bomb? Did it remind you of anything?
Oh, Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. It made me smile. I know it's not a reference to that, but it made me smile.
Who knows? Maybe it is. Everything else steals from this. Why couldn't Kojima?
Well, I mean, is that a real way to stop a bomb, is freezing it?
Yeah.
Oh, then I wouldn't say it, but you never know with Kojima.
Just a real reference. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that actually worked, and I was never going to find out.
Also, because...
Or Google thing. I had a question earlier today. I was watching the show Tracker, and I wanted to Google something, and then I thought about it and said, no, you don't want to Google that. So it was something about how a body dissolves, or would this work? What would this do to a body? I'm like, no, we don't need that in my Googles. Or what if my wife went missing? That's gonna be, they're like, what about you Google this? I'm like, I was watching the show.
just remember my big trick always. I'm a writer. You get away with a lot of stuff Googling.
What is it? I have those moments, but my moments are, oh man, I sure do love watching this anime. Wait, that 16-year-old is drinking. What's the age of drinking in Japan? I shouldn't look that up. I shouldn't look up what the age of consent is in Japan.
I think you should drinking. Drinking, that's fine.
Yes, drinking, or it's like, hello, this is my wife. We are both like 17. Or some weird thing like that. And it's like, I wonder what the age of consent and drinking is in Japan. And then it's like, I shouldn't look that up because that's a weird thing to look up.
You think that's the weirdest?
No, I think the weirdest thing I looked up the other day was which laws is it legal to marry your cousin? Because I saw a comedian joking about how his wife's family has cousins that are married. And I'm like, what? Is marrying your cousin legal in Florida? And I think it is.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Florida's a weird place, I found out. Never been there, but I sure heard enough stories since the internet exists. But to go back to Bruno, to what you're talking about after the whole mutants fall part, I thought it interesting that they straight up have a Nazi in here.
It's Frank Miller.
Yeah, it's Frank Miller. Honestly, it doesn't surprise me. They're nailing the fascist gong a little hard here, but whatever.
I like how she has swastikas over her nipples, but otherwise she's shirtless.
Yeah. Very, very much modeled after 80s action hero Brigitte Nielsen.
Oh.
Who was also very German and very blonde and monstrous in her own way.
Okay. And did you notice at one point when the guy tries to kill Gordon in the convenience store that there's DC Comics on the shelf? V for Vendetta, Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I noticed.
I smiled.
I thought it was funny. Also, I think it's also equally funny that you see that scene and the news goes, oh, Commissioner Gordon is dead. Oh, nope, wait, it's a typo. Commissioner Gordon shot a kid dead. The kid was 17. Oh, well.
Who knew the cops would just shoot people? We do now. We know that now.
We didn't know it then. I don't think it's. Oh no, we did. Just not. It wasn't as televised.
Wasn't as prevalent.
Did Batman Begins steal the idea of the Batmobile being a tank?
Probably.
I
don't like the Bat tank in this.
I do. I think it's funny. He shoots stun grenades and that kills people.
Oh, they're 100% dead. My issue with the Batmobile in this is very, very stupid. But it's because when he makes the comment and says, Dick used to call it the Batmobile. And I'm like, no, this is a Bat tank. This is the Bat something. This is not the Batmobile. How dare you? Stupid complaint. But it bothered me in this movie.
To be fair, he was out of it too, so...
it was like, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And it shouldn't have. But
fair enough, man. Like, whatever makes you mad, let it make you mad. Let the hate flow through you.
Give in to the hate.
Let it consume you.
Like, don't like stuff. It's fine. You don't gotta like everything.
No, I know. You just can't hate things so much where you, like, for example, for people that, like, sit on Twitter way too much and just hate view on Twitter, like, you need to get off that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Like, embrace things you love, but don't shy away from hating things either.
So,
it's important.
We kind of get, like, a weird thing where they reveal, because I think it's after the big mutant fight, Batman is doing something, or no, he fights the Nazi, and then Reagan's like, I feel like we should do something about Batman. And then we get the sexiest intro for Superman of him just sitting there in a fucking like V open, like white button down shirt, holding a fucking bald eagle.
Yeah, that's a good scene. And I love how he has American Eagle, like, to just really put on that whole thing. I've also realized that I don't know why this happened, but for some reason, the last 8 years, I have realized that whenever I see someone on Facebook with like a flag picture or something, an American flag, I'm like, you're probably an asshole, aren't you? So that's what it made me think of it here too. I'm like, yeah.
Well, what a perfect coincidence, because Superman, kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he really is in here.
So I have a lot of issues with how Superman's written nowadays.
Here we go.
We're getting into this. Zack Snyder has fucking ruined the image of Superman. He made a better Batman, but my God, do I fucking hate that Superman and his very religious undertones. And
well, okay, I'm sorry, I gotta interject. You're writing about a man who's basically a god on Earth. It's kind of hard to avoid the religious undertones.
Yeah, but I always saw Superman less as a alien with religious undertones as to more of a alien immigrant, which is what they are doing currently, which is what I like, where it's not so much as him being a god, but more of him not being from Earth. So it's him being an immigrant. And so it's supposed to be like the idea, funny enough, with Civil War, Captain America would not be against people revealing their secret identities, or he would be against people revealing their secret identities because it's not the right way of how an actual America would look, as opposed to with Superman, they've kind of gotten rid of it before, I think still. Superman's catchphrase is no longer truth, justice, and the American way, because the American way kind of sucks now.
Well, also, if he's an immigrant, he wouldn't. The American way would be get rid of him at this point. So hey,
yeah,
Reagan wouldn't want him to work for him. Reagan would want him kicked out.
Yep.
Well, see, Reagan was never above using other people to make a point. So Reagan would probably keep him around just because it's stupid not to. Like, you need to keep him around. What's the alternative?
Superman Red Sun.
Yeah. Or Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, yeah.
Or the Superman from Injustice, which is also I believe the only actual good way to write Superman.
Yeah, Injustice Superman had problems.
It's fair though. I mean, the Joker like makes him kill his wife in space. That would work. That'd do it for Superman, honestly.
Yeah, I'd probably lose my
Injustice
shit
again. Two things I want to mention in this. One, the part with Joker where, like, when you first see Joker, we kind of talk about a little bit where he's in a coma constantly. And then they keep saying Batman, Batman, Batman. And as you just watch, he slowly starts coming out of his coma when he keeps hearing Batman. And I think that's great.
I thought that was cute.
It's really good.
I am always a big fan of the Joker just being really gay.
Oh, yeah, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. There's definitely some homoerotic undertones going on here.
It's an infatuation. It's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, I don't think it's an infatuation. I think it's a different word that starts with an O.
Obsession?
Obsession.
But you think so where's the Joker thing singing, "You're my obsession. Who do you want me to be to make me kill for you?" Do.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Give an even greater example, but I don't want to get to it yet because I want to talk about it a little bit more. When the Joker and Batman have their final fight, it's in the Tunnel of Love.
Oh, yeah. 100%. So, yeah, little touch gay. It's touch gay.
It's pretty gay. But
I know. I liked it.
I'm
I
not
know you
saying
did
it's
too.
bad.
No, I know, but you're not wrong.
Other point, I can't believe the Joker stole its big scene from this movie and no one called it out for it because everyone says it's how original it is.
Good scene.
Oh,
The
the talk show.
The talk show scene, yeah.
Oh, see, to be fair, I think a lot of people forget that because, like, I have. I
Well, that
forgot
was
about
like the moment of the Joker's awakening in the movie. If you want to call that a Joker awakening, which no,
I've only seen that movie once, and I'm not sure how I feel.
I've never
never watched it again.
I've never seen it.
You lucky
Worth a
bastard.
watch.
Yeah.
I would disagree, but whatever.
What is it? Even funnier, one of my favorite things, because would the killing joke be before or after this?
Side.
Okay, because there's an idea here that I like, which is the Joker's story is never consistent. Because whenever the guys they're setting up the job, he hands him nose plugs, and the Joker goes, "I never thought of that." And he goes, "What do you mean, boss?" He goes, "Oh, I usually just hold my breath the whole time." And he kind of gives him a look like is he serious or not, like he's lying. So I thought that was like So I thought that was a funny tidbit.
I took it as he was immune to it, probably at this point, or it has no effect on him.
Or he's just crazy.
Well, this gas didn't make you crazy. This gas just killed you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he is crazy. No, that talk show scene is good, where he just where he's like, "You can't. Do the guests get to keep this book? Yeah, we don't care. All right, thank you." Smashes it and kills the doctor. I'm like, that's fucking intense.
So in the comic book, the talk show hosts very much looked like David Letterman. Well, you can't do that in the movie. So what do? You make him look like Conan O'Brien and you get him to play the voice.
Oh,
that's what you do.
Did not realize that's what they went for. Didn't really thought it was Conan O'Brien. Nor look like him.
I thought it looked like him.
Also, the Gotham police can't be upset that Batman's back. They went while the Joker's doing his whole killing thing. They try to get Batman. Not a single fucking person shoots him. Like, no shit, they're bad at their job. This is what they deserve.
I mean, I like Yindel and her whole thing of trying to stop the Batman because, I mean, he is a vigilante. He is a criminal, especially in this.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Everybody that died in that audience, their blood is on her hands because they were too busy fucking around with Batman.
Yeah,
they shouldn't. That was not the time to be dealing with Batman when they had to know that the Joker, like, yes, he's been, for all these years in rehabilitation and that, but like that even in this, they make comment that we killed like 600 people. You don't come back from that. Like, you can look at real life with serial killers that we don't know anyone that's killed that many people, but just like people who've killed 20 some people, they can't stop until they're forced to stop. Like, that doesn't go away.
So what you're saying is, Mike, you're not talking about Scarecrow or the Penguin. The Joker, at the end of the day, deserves it.
I mean, it depends on what, like, some of their motives are money. Some Joker, there is no motive other than Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's his obsession.
I know Mike probably can't. Ken, who the fuck is the fat guy in the dolls that the Joker has? I've never seen those before.
It's Dollmaker. Dollmaker's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's an old character.
Is that who that's supposed to be?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I didn't put two and two together either. Huh. Did they say it was a doll maker?
I assume because he makes two dolls, so...
Yeah, he makes dolls. Like, I didn't know how hard it was to figure out.
I never thought about
apparently,
that.
pretty hard for two Batman fans, apparently, for the record, so...
Well, I'll be damned.
But, hey, at least it wasn't 3 Batman fans. It was only 2. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? That's what Meatloaf...
Yeah, well, Meatloaf's dead. And he was also a piece of shit toward the end, so...
So our dumbass president sends dumbass Superman to go fuck with the Russians for some reason. Meanwhile, while that's happening, and the Joker incident's happening, but also Batman threatens to fire Carrie a lot and doesn't. And I think it's a really cute moments throughout this fucking movie.
Yeah, that was giving big Princess Bride vibes.
Little did we know Batman was actually a girl dad.
See? Now, if you would have had a daughter, it probably would have been, well, first off, daughter would probably be much more tolerable than Damian Wayne's punk-ass motherfucking bitch-ass. Anyway.
Oh, small touch, just since we're on rants anyway, real quick. Did you notice that when the mutant is going to try to kill Batman, he beats him with a crowbar, and then he's about to stab him with a crowbar, and I went, nice touch. Even though that's also about 2 years before the other thing happened. So
yeah, I caught that.
To be fair, getting hit with a crowbar fucking hurts, so that also makes sense.
Are you speaking from experience? It sounds like you were there for a time.
I got hit by a lot of stuff. So
okay. I'm surprised you're not.
Had shit fall on me. You know what happens. You work
okay.
retail.
I thought you were going to say you got beat up, but people wanted to murder you, because that's what I was thinking with a crowbar.
I feel like I've probably been hit with a crowbar. Maybe.
I have older siblings, and pro wrestling exists, so I've been smacked with a few things.
Yeah, exactly. I did the backyard wrestling thing in high school, so it's entirely possible I have been hit with a crowbar. Huh.
You know, I'm not surprised that you said that, Ken. Not one bit.
Nope.
I have not.
It was pretty dope.
Also, one thing we talked a little bit about it, but also I want to reiterate as well. Frank Miller draws Batman fucking Jack, and he also draws the Joker fucking Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's a bad design, but also it makes sense for like those two have been going at it for years, so it makes sense that they would have like similar body types to duke it out.
Yeah, like it's just like escalation in nuclear arms race, except it's with actual arms.
I like that comparison.
But oh man, the Joker part 3. I think if I had to pick a favorite part, it is the part with the Joker.
It is very good.
Oh man, dang, it's so good.
I love him. Also, go ahead, Ken.
Nope, go.
Say I love him not holding back.
Oh yeah,
Same.
yeah. He is not fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's shooting guns into the crowd. He's not even trying to kill anybody in particular. He's just killing because he can. Because he's a Joker. Just wants to kill him. I do like that Batman feels responsible for every murder that Joker has committed. Because yes, it's entirely his fucking fault. I said it.
No, I agree with you.
It is, because he keeps escaping from prison. Nothing is working, and Joker is one of those characters in this world that there needed to be. Arkham wasn't going to work.
But it's funny that you mentioned that, because on the other hand, I also agree with what Batman and the Joker said too as well, which is if Batman kills one person, it is over for him. And funny enough, this proves that, because when they find the Joker dead, as soon as the news hits, Batman's wanted for murder. And they just talked about how the Joker killed 600 people.
Yep.
I mean, he didn't kill Joker in this. He just didn't save him.
No. I'm counting.
Joker breaks his own neck.
Yes.
Batman started that, though. He wouldn't be able to break his neck if Batman hadn't already fractured it.
Oh, good. Okay, never mind. Ken's right.
Like, I hate falling back on the he started it defense, but Batman really fucking started it.
That's like covering a guy in gasoline and then balancing a lighter on his head and being like, it's your fault if it falls, you'll catch yourself on fire.
Kinda.
Kelly kills a guy in self-defense. I mean...
Yeah, but Kelly's not Batman.
No, Kelly's a teenager.
Yeah, which is slightly worse.
More than slightly, but yes.
But yeah, I do like I said, I like that that Batman's not holding back either, because he even throws like batarangs that hits him in the eye, and Joker's like, oh, you're not fucking around either, and he's like, yeah, fuck you.
Yep. And he paralyzes him, but he still can't fucking kill him. So Joker pulls a Thanos and says, fine, I'll do it myself. And that's how the Joker dies, because Batman refuses to kill him, and Joker says, you know what? You're still going to fucking pay for this.
Because you're going to be blamed for it, so...
Yep.
Plus, the Joker, I think, was ready to die, at least on these terms.
He was in the tunnel of love with his boyfriend, of course he was.
Yeah, but it's... And then how the cops just go, like, immediately go after Batman after that, I think that's also really well done and deserved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Batman is not great in this.
No, he's really not. And it gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh man, I barely survived the Joker. What's on TV? Ronald Reagan in a fucking suit talking about us being nuked.
Well, that's fun.
Oh, that nuke thing was cool, the way they did it. Just like showing what like the way Superman is all like a zombie, like it's the New 52 Superman in the Flashpoint thing. Like, I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, he is rough.
Mm-hmm. He's fucked up.
So much so that he steals the life out of the earth. Like,
I thought of him being radioactive is why I did that.
No, he got his strength back. He was starting to get his strength back from that.
Yeah, that's a thing I wish existed still, because it kind of shows the fucked up alien side of him, where it's like, oh yeah, he's not human. Plus, him being all gross and wiggly is also he's definitely not like a human either.
Yeah, like
he'd also be radioactive as all hell at that point.
Yeah, But it's fine because if he can't get to the sun, he can take things that also survive from the sun and take their life force, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Hey, whatever. It worked. Got Superman not looking like a fleshy skeleton anymore.
But like having the whole electromagnetic storm, or not storm, but electromagnetic, where they lose all their power, which is what happened if any idiot ever detonates a nuclear bomb.
Yep.
So, there we
Gotta
go.
love a huge EMP.
That doesn't go away. But it's a well done scene, and everything with the final part, Batman vs Superman, is also really good in this. It's a really good fight.
Yeah, I'm just confused. Where the fuck did Green Arrow come from?
They never really say.
They talk about it in their conversation and earlier. Basically, whenever the Justice League was still formed, which is funny because they mentioned that too. They talk about how Reagan wanted them disbanded. So, and he used Superman to force a disbandment. They made Diana go back to her island. They made Hal go back to the galaxy. And Oliver Queen, who was Green Arrow, said, "Fuck you." So Superman ripped his fucking arm off.
Yeah, so basically Green Arrow is the Rorschach.
Yeah.
And then when Batman and Ollie are talking, he talks about how he still does superhero things, but they have a media blackout and then cover the whole thing up. And that's why he says, "I'm still able to get away with what I do when you can't, because I'm not loud about it, but you are."
Mm-hmm.
No, it is interesting seeing an old Oliver Queen with one arm. But he can still be an archer, apparently.
Yeah, he just uses his face.
Oh, and did you notice that the flowers that Superman crashes into are the sunflowers, which is supposed to represent nuclear disarmament?
Oh, is that what they're supposed to mean?
Yeah. I don't remember why. I don't remember sunflowers suck up more radiation or something, but there's sunflowers are considered something to do with nuclear disarmament.
Interesting.
Like one of the symbols for that.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure I'm not making that out of my ass. Pretty sure I'm right.
All right, cool. Learn something new every day.
I used to work for a guy, or not work for him, but there was a guy I worked with that said every day you should learn something new, or otherwise you didn't live the day right. He's like what my dad used to say.
Yeah,
and
I tell people that all the time.
I do too. Every day should be about something that you can be happy that you did. Like I try to make sure in life there are never days where I just sit around and do nothing. So.
Oh, I try to get those every once in a while.
I mean, I might sit around and do nothing, just play video games and edit, which to me isn't nothing. So that's what I consider, like, your lay around days. Sometimes you need those, but I'm still being productive for what I want to do.
Fair enough.
But like nothing to me is where you're like watching like Jerry Springer for 10 hours straight and doing nothing but just sitting there wasting time because you're bored. That's, for a very deep cut example.
I think TV shows, Jerry Springer's one thing, but if you're finishing a TV show, I think that's fine too.
No, I think that's fine. But it's like if you're just having something on just to have something on and not doing anything. So that's different. That's where I consider, like, unless you're recovering from something for one reason or another. But that's always been a thought in my brain. But yeah, so, and I also think of the stupid Pooh quote about, today was great because today will never come again. Or something like that. I know I said it wrong, but that idea.
That's a good idea, though, to be fair.
That's also why I make as many fucking podcasts as I make and do as much as I do, because I'm like, hey, there's going to come a day when I don't do this, and I want there to be as much possible as I can. There's your fun Mike philosophy for a second. All right.
So, I will admit, when I first saw this, I always thought whenever he was looking at the countdown, he was actually waiting until the timer blew up for the house, and he was basically just killing time until then. I didn't realize that was the pill he took earlier was a heart-stopping pill.
Oh, yeah. I did not put two and two together until just now. Thank you.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I didn't figure it out till I watched it a second time, so...
Oh, yeah, I only watched the first half a second time. I didn't get around to finishing the other part.
But you see, this is what happens when it makes sense after you have two well-established characters and they finally fight, because you have Superman doing it for the stupidest reason ever, because he's not even American. Instead of a dumb reason like, oh, Superman took out Gotham fighting another alien. Ugh. And then you have another moment where they have very established history, so them fighting actually takes a harder hit. And also, at the end of the day, Batman dying isn't a big deal because we've already established he's an old man and we got plenty of story with him. You don't put Batman on top of Superman with a spear of destiny, poking him in the face, seeing what he wants to do, and then them mutually having agreement because their moms both have the same name.
That is called bad writing.
Fuck you, Zack Snyder. Ruined a perfectly good Batman movie.
Well, I also blame WB more than I blame him. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure too. Fuck you, WB. You ruined a perfectly good Batman movie.
Fuck you, WB. You ruined a bunch of perfectly good Batman movies. Because let me tell you about the goddamn long Halloween.
I mean, how do you take and ruin that comic?
Oh.
Like,
you take the good stuff out.
And you put some bullshit in. And that's why
Hey.
I'm so surprised that this turned out as well as it did.
like, Long Halloween is just 12 issues that work well, like, and they're each just like little side stories where he fights a different villain. Like, how do you ruin that?
Easily.
How can it be bad?
Watch.
I will. This Halloween, we will watch it.
We're watching The Long Halloween for Halloween. God damn it.
Well, during Halloween, yeah, sometime during that time.
When the fuck else do you watch it?
November.
June?
I mean, they're trying to have Halloween in June. We have Christmas in June. Why not Halloween in June, too? My wife would love that.
Because I fucking said so. No.
You guys know about Second Christmas where evil Santa comes and robs you?
That's called Krampus. It wasn't a good movie. It's on this podcast. But check it out.
You didn't watch the right cut.
I watched something all right.
Yep, you didn't watch the right version.
It wasn't good. Not that version, at least. Whew. But
anyway.
Batman.
Batman uses everything in the city as opposed to just a big suit and a grenade launcher that shoots kryptonite dust.
Well, I mean, he could have. Well, then you wouldn't get all the cool panels of everything. So, you know.
I'm talking about the fucking Batman vs. Superman movie.
Oh, I'm trying to forget that. I've only seen that movie once, and I left the theater upset. I didn't actually realize that's what you were talking about.
Yeah. I'm not fucking Batman vs. Superman. This shows a really good thing where he's actually whooping Superman's ass. And the only reason why Batman loses is because he goes, I'm gonna fake my death but not tell you that, and then dies.
Yeah, the only reason Batman lost is because Batman wanted to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Which, get the fuck out of here. Always planning this guy. No, it's great. It's great, but always planning this guy. He's just on top of it.
That's Batman. And
Yeah.
I like how they do it here. Because he feels like Batman. He feels like, you know, what we come to expect from this character. So all the stuff with the city folk, too, just like having to, you know, fight together to save their city. And I liked all that. You know, everything was all really good.
Yeah, that was nice. I did like how everybody banded together and RoboCop gave him a speech about, hey, you can either stay tied up or you can fucking help. What are you going to do? Like, it's a big choice. It's not a choice. It's just you do what the Batman tells you to do.
I mean,
And
to be
they
fair,
did.
Batman had an army of people with bat faces tattooed on their faces, so yeah.
Oh, you mean his fascist gang? His Proud Boys?
Oh,
His Proud Bad Boys?
Proud Bat Boys.
They are.
You're not wrong, unfortunately. I don't like it.
No.
I want to use that meme from American Winter Soldier.
Mhm.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Yep, that is true. I am out of line, and I am also right. And the faster everybody realizes that, the better off we're all going to be.
I do like how the military's also involved, even though they're not supposed to be. Technically, they're not even supposed to be in that city because that's against the law. But hey.
Yep. Well, you know, laws don't matter.
I thought they did, but apparently they don't anymore.
Well, it's even funnier because the whole point of that whole scene, too, is that Reagan's butthurt because every country's in like a state of crisis except fucking Gotham. And he's like, that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking Reagan. Fucking fake Reagan. Real
Fucking
Reagan.
Reagan.
Fuck both of them.
Fuck Reagan.
I hate when I hear people say, the good old days, Reagan was the best. Like, no, unless you're a millionaire. No, he wasn't.
Nope.
His fuck
As
ups
I
just came
said,
later. We're still dealing with his fuck ups.
Yep.
That man's been dead for a while.
I'll say it one more time. Ronald Reagan was the devil. There we go.
But did people wear the mark of the devil on their foreheads back then, or that just happened in 2016?
It probably just happened when with certain idiots.
So you bet your sweet ass people would wear fucking Make America Great Again hats in fucking the 80s.
I mean, one of Reagan's taglines was "Make America Great." By the way, the idiot didn't create that; he stole it from him.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else that man did, stole it from someone else. So yeah, that's where that tagline comes from.
But that final fight is something. And then after Green Arrow shoots in rather with the kryptonite arrow, the synthesized kryptonite arrow. Oh man, that's so great. And Batman's just like, hey, I want you to remember this for the rest of your days. I want you to remember the man that beat you. And then just has a heart attack and dies.
It's really good though.
You know what though? He scared him straight because when he heard his heart beating back, he went, you know what? I don't want none of that fucking sauce.
Yeah.
Fucking winks and walks away.
Was that Carrie then standing by the coffin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
That's
He's just like, I've had enough smoke to last me the rest of my life. I'm good.
Yeah, because he realizes he's still alive. He hears the heartbeat.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
Oh, yeah, he knows. And he's like, you know what? Fucking no. I'm not. He's dead.
Well, I mean, technically, for all intents and purposes, he is considered dead. So therefore, Superman did do his mission that was given to him by the devil. So it didn't matter. He could just be done.
Yep.
He could call it a day. Like he did what he was asked to do. That's all I took it.
Look, I got him to death. What you guys do afterwards is on you. I did my part.
And to me, the story ends right here. There were no other comics. There was no ever continuation. It's ended here, and I think that's where it needs. That's where it should be, right?
That's fine with me. I never read the third one, the one that is called Dark Knight: The Master Race.
I bought the first issue.
I did not.
That's about as far as it went, though.
So, it's bad enough you got Nazi tits in here, and when your third book is called The Master Race, you gotta wonder.
I didn't. Wow, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together until this moment.
Yeah,
I feel dumb right now.
Is the Dark Knight Rises Part 3 called The Master Race?
Yes.
Yes.
What the fuck?
I mean, I think I don't know Frank Miller very well or what his deal is, but
you gotta say, I'm wondering about it now.
I never read the second one, which isn't even called. I just know it exists, but I never read it, nor do I care to. And then I didn't care to read the third one either.
Yeah, it's the Dark Knight Strikes Again is the second one. Most people will tell you exactly on the doll where that comic touched them, because everybody who's read that feels abuse in some form. So I don't care if we ever do that one.
We won't.
Like I said, if we do, I'm not involved.
No, there's so much freaking Batman stuff to cover. It won't happen.
Don't waste your time with bad stuff, everybody. Do the good stuff if you're going to do anything.
I do bad stuff.
Do the good stuff for the stuff you want to do.
I do bad stuff too, though, but usually for laughs, or because it's somehow important to be done, or someone that I know wants me to do it, so I say, "Fuck it, okay, you got your wish." That's usually how it goes.
Fair enough.
I mean, I haven't done anything that I really hated. I mean, there's been a few games that I've despised, but then it was me who put them on because I always wanted to play it. I don't want to play this anymore. Yeah.
Fair.
But again, a new experience is a new experience. That's how I always look at it. And this movie did feel like a new experience for me after not seeing it for so many years. Like, I didn't remember a lot of it. And I'm so happy to say it still held up. It was still good. So, Ken, did you ever watch any of the extra stuff that comes in here?
No.
Okay.
What kind of stuff is it?
I don't know. We get 3 hours of behind-the-scenes interviews and things. I don't know.
I don't fucking care.
There's people who like that, though.
Yeah, normally I do, but, I read the comic. I know what went into this. I don't really care how the sausage was made in this case. I was more impressed that they didn't screw it up.
That is unfortunately a very true thing to say. Because they are pretty good at fucking things up.
Mm-hmm.
Any last things you guys want to say about this movie? Okay. Let's go to Shelf Stacker Box. And Joe, why don't you lead us in?
Definitely going on the shelf. I had a lot more fun with it the second time around, now that I'm a older, more distinguished gentleman. But I had a lot of fun with it the second time too, and I liked it again. Honestly, I might wait till it's on sale and buy it, like a physical version of it. So.
Oh, nice. Ken.
I've been thinking about this all day. This is going to sound like heresy. I don't really care for the original story. I don't care for the story much at all. I don't love it. I know a lot of people, this is their favorite Batman story, and good for them. I'm glad they have that enjoyment. It's not my favorite Batman story by a country mile, even close. But it is a good adaptation. It's a good movie. I can't put it in the box, and it feels wrong to put it on the stack. So I guess I got to put it on the shelf by default, but it's on a low shelf.
All right. I'll go last. I'm going to put this in the shelf. I really enjoyed this. I wanted to watch this movie again, complete all the way through, but time got ahead of me and I did other stuff, but I really enjoyed it. And as I said already in this episode, I was just so happy to find out how well this holds up. And I really had a good time still, which is not what I expected at first. I wasn't sure what to expect, actually, when we came into this, but it was a really good movie. So glad that we finally saw it. Glad that we covered. And this was also a Patreon poll and a Discord suggestion at that. So, yeah. And it's something that I've always wanted to do. This is one of those things that I've been thinking about for a very long time. So I'm happy that it's part of the show now. So yeah, on the shelf. Hey, and we completed another Batman thing, guys. Like, I'm trying this year. I'm really trying to get a lot of Batman movies taken care of. And a trilogy that should have been done a while ago.
Batman.
At one time, I did want to do all the DC animated movies, which there's 58 of them currently. I'm never going to do all of them. But like that was my plan. After I finished the MCU, I was going to do the DC animated movie universe. That starts with Flashpoint Paradox, but then that unfortunately never got off the ground.
And Max keeps taking them off their platform.
Yeah, that's not helping that case. Because the whole reason I wanted to do them, like, hey, they're right on Max. I have Max. Like, hey, this is perfect. And then Max is like, you didn't pay us $1 million. So, you know.
Might as fucking well have assholes give me my movies.
I mean, then I just resort to other ways. Well, actually, then I buy them on Amazon for cheap, apparently. Or I just don't watch them.
Fair enough.
So, and this was this is like the 12 and 13 movie back. No, it was just 15 and 16 back then when they were making these movies before it got crazy. We done a few of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very few, but I do want to do more. But all right, I guess, yeah, we'll just go to plugs. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, there's over 800 episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, comics, video games, all sorts of content. If you want to hear all our Batman conversations, there are a fuck ton. They will be in the show notes. So if you want to hear us talk about Batman, check the show notes. You might find something you didn't know we did, because that's happening when you do a ton. I think there's over 50 Batman episodes at this point. Pretty sure.
Batman.
We like Batman here at Games on Phone.
Yep, and that's how I started. That's how I got started on this podcast. I originally came on for Batman episodes. That was all I did here.
Now look at you.
Yep.
Horror.
I mean, he's gotten me to watch movies I never would have watched in my life. So, and I'm not completely okay with that, but somewhere good.
You can blame your poster.
I do blame the poster for that too. I blame the poster for two of the movies. Well, one movie I really want to watch, and one I do not want to watch on that poster. Martyrs. I don't really want to watch more French horror.
Oh.
So I just don't. I'm going to, because I said I would, but I don't want to. All right, that's neither here nor there. So as I was saying, you can find everything we do on Podbean. If you want to support the show, we do have Patreon for Little Dog. Vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. That's where this came from. This is one of the polls. So you can vote for things, and you never get to affect the show. If you want to be a part of the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, also where this came from, join the Discord. It's free. And we're always happy to have people alert, join, talk, whatever. We're always happy to have new people on there. You'll see a link in the show notes to the Discord to join that. I want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Freak. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram. Check her out. Check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. And check out absolutely the best podcast, Work in Progress. They talk about MCU and MCU adjacent movies. Definitely check out their show too. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, TikTok once in a while. And rate and reviews wherever you get your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
So, all right.